Kind of worked.
Do you see a difference?
I don't know. I'll try with another one.
Straight across the road for our first dinner in Frankfurt. This is our hotel. And they require cash only, and someone left his wallet on the bus.
No.
Frankfurt dinner. I was looking at my watch and we've come across Rolex, and I was like, oh, that looks like my watch. Just a whole lot more expensive. I don't know what's with our last couple of vlogs, but I keep stumbling into some Christmas shops. Look how big that sanded chocolate is. The size of his leg. Delicious.
Chocolate. It's a bit windy today.
We're heading up there for a rooftop drinks and a 360 view. So we picked a good spot because there's a line. We waited in line for over 45 minutes and we didn't move more than 4 people in space. So we've left because they took a group of like 6 people from behind us to go up instead. So unfortunately we won't go to the NFT bar at the top. This is the old opera house in Frankfurt with a very pointy fountain. Oh, it looks like a mushroom. Also, all the emergency service vehicles in Germany are like fluoro orange. Look how cool the lights and the railings are on this building. There's also a lot of like random sculptures around here. Pardon the intrusion. My point is that there's a lot of gigantic like random sculptures all around the place, so I'm going to film all of them so you can see. Another day, another giant sculpture in the middle of nowhere, or in the middle of the park. There's another sculpture and it has a twin just over there. This statue is moving. It looks like he's cutting a head off a pigeon, but I actually have no idea. It's a jewelry display, but look at the dress that's on it. That's really cool. We've stumbled into the high-end fashion street, but everything's closed. Not that I was going to buy anything anyway, but it's a Sunday, and I guess no one works on a Sunday here. We've noticed that Frankfurt is a very quiet city.
Not a Sunday.
On a Sunday. There's like no one here besides people looking at the fountain.
No one here except for us.
Only tourists. Yeah. We're at the St. Paul's Church, which is really big and round. And then we've got the historic square just over here in the old town, I believe. It's like an auditorium in here. So the original church was destroyed in the war, which is why they've just redone it the way that they've done it inside. So that's why it looks really different compared to a lot of the other European churches. This building appears to be floating. You can pause to read this too. Remaining, or that didn't get destroyed in them. as you probably read, but this was the only one left standing around here, which is incredible. I don't know if this is an old tram track or a current tram track, but it's very pretty. We're wandering across the bridge to this island in the middle over here. Turns out you can't really go on the island. We're walking along the river. It kind of looks like Brisbane before it was Brisbane. And look at our little geeseys. Well, they're not really little, they're actually quite big.
They're about the same size as you, George.
Hello. There's a little geese over here having a nap.
There'll be poop everywhere in there.
Hi, geesey. The river walk really does feel like we're walking along the river in Brisbane. Good city to finish on if we want to get back into the rhythm of our usual life. Hi, Hayden.
How you doing?
There's even a old train track here too. I wonder if they do get used because it is very well kept. We've just come out for dinner, but look at this building. All the windows open as a triangle. I know it's basically gone, but this was the best bruschetta we have ever had. This is just Hayden's meal.
Nah, it's gonna be my lunch too.
Look how big it is. That's how far it's hanging over the plate. Starting to rain, but what a pretty afternoon. We just came out of this door. I wandered into this building because I had to pee and we couldn't figure out how to get into the garden because the ticket office is closed. And so I was wandering around and I found one person and he just took us through the whole building and let us into the garden. So we're in the garden for free. Now I do need to find a toilet. Oh my god, this one right there. Oh, happy days. We've got some more geese here. Hi, Quackers.
Ja, die schönen neuen Beete.
Naughty geese walking in the
Leider
garden.
nicht auf uns.
He's not happy with them because they keep treading on his flowers.
Hot.
We walked in from out there. This is the tropical area, but the first part you go into is still cold. And we walked in here and it's thick and humid and hot air. Look, such a nice happy plant. So beautiful. Just don't touch anything else. Squirrel! Whoa, whoa, Jesus! Will I have bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? We're at the Kleine Market Hall, which literally translates to small market hall. We found an Australian souvenir store, so we've come in to see what they sell.
I used to been around a bit. Went to Egypt as well.
Egypt, okay.
Yeah, so
That's like
Ew, big summer blowout.